the division of North and South. Tariffs again, the tariff of 1828. The tariff protects Northern industry. The tariff takes that tax money and then builds roads for the North, and the South gets nothing. The tariff of abominations. I thought this was the tariff of 1828. Yeah, if you lived in the North, but if you lived in the South, it was the tariff of abominations. They're not playing around anymore. How do tariffs work? Oh my goodness, you should know by now. So we know that these tariffs affect different parts of the country, in the North and in the South. $5. So they make shoes in England, they ship them in, we buy them. $5. Wrong. That $5 shoe slapped with a tariff, which is a tax on an imported good. That tax will then pay for roads. Increases the price to $7.50. So the South used to be able to buy shoes for $5. Now the price of shoes and basically everything they want to buy, everything becomes more expensive in the South and in the North. But in the North, they're paying more, but it's helping the industry. In Ohio, they're paying more, but they're getting roads. In the South, they're paying more and getting nothing. Or they can ship their goods in from the North. And again, they just have to pay more. Basically, the South is paying more and getting nothing for it. They are subsidizing the North. The North has no problem because their industry is getting created because of this. They're getting roads because of this. The South is paying, basically just giving money to the North. Here you go. They are being robbed. This is simply all this is. These tariffs, since the beginning of this class, the tariffs in the eyes of the South, it's theft. It's pure theft. You're taking money from me and giving it to them. At least have the decency to stick the gun in my face and say, I'm robbing you. At least have the respect to say, I'm going to steal from you. No, that's not the North. No, we're not stealing from you. It's just a tariff. It's just a tariff. It's just a tax. We're not really robbing. You're just taking money from me and giving it to someone else. Last time I checked, when you take my money and give it to somebody else, that's theft. Oh, but it's providing services for someone else. You're giving me nothing for it. But it's worse than that. Because here's the choice. The South's like, well, we can't pay for these shoes. They're too expensive. We can't pay from these foreign goods. Well, if you don't pay for our foreign goods, we're not going to pay for your foreign goods. So England tells the South, if you're not going to buy our shoes, look, we have nothing to do with the tariff. If you don't buy our shoes, we're not going to buy your cotton. So South's paying higher taxes. All their money's going to the North to build their roads, to protect their economy. And now England won't buy their stuff either. So their economy is just going down the drain. Awesome. Tariff of abominations, according to the South. Now, in the North, different perspective of this tariff because it helps them. Foreign goods are made more expensive. This has people buying American. And when you buy American, it helps out the industry in the North. Yeah! Tariff of 1828. Tariff of abomination, according to the South, because foreign goods are more expensive now. Yes, people are buying more U.S. goods, but those goods aren't made in the South. European countries are going to retaliate because people are buying from U.S. and they're not buying from Europe. The economy of the South suffers because we don't gain. We're not making any of the goods in the South. And they're not buying our stuff anymore. So the South loses. The South doesn't grow industry. They have nothing to protect. And no one's buying their stuff anymore. So now they're like, all right, we'll have to buy the expensive foreign goods just to get them to buy our foreign goods. They agree. We will buy the expensive European manufactured goods just to have us. Look, the South is giving money to the North, they're giving money to the Northwest. Oh, here's some money for you, Europe. They're basically just paying for everyone. Yes, it's an abomination. Like, just take their money. Just steal from them. So now the South's like, look, we can't do this forever. Nullify. We are going to nullify it. And here's a bunch of different ways to say nullify it. Nullification. They can say, look, we don't care. The North is going to say, oh, the Constitution, federal law, that's number one. You can't go above it. The South says, no, the tariff of 1828, void. We're not going to follow anymore. Nullification. We are not listening to your laws. Like, you can't do that. The Constitution says it's supreme and it's the federal government. And the federal government says there's a tariff, then everyone's got to pay it. That's the rules. It's the United States. And if the United States law says it, then all the states have to follow it. At least that's what they said in the North. The South says, no. Tariff of 1828, we're not going to pay it. And you can't make me. We're not paying your tax. Just not going to do it. Not going to do it. Come make me. Like I said before, put the gun to my head and make me pay it, which they will do in the next video. But it's based on John C. Calhoun and Thomas Jefferson, the compact theory of the Constitution, which is the Constitution was a union of states. The states got together. They agreed on the Constitution. It's about states. It's not about a federal government bossing people around, a federal government making laws that steals from one part of the country and gives to another. It's about states. And if there's a law the states don't like, like the Nullification crisis, or like we had with the Alien and Sedation Acts with the Kentucky Resolves. If the federal government is overstepping and doing things that are abusive, then the states can say, no, this is not fair. This is not right. You're simply stealing from me. So this is going to be a mess, and we're going to have a civil war eventually. So that's not good.